I love Spider-Man. Not just the games, but the character, how Peter Parker is super nerdy, how he gets the girl from next door. So whenever I get to play any of the Spider-Man games that are within the series, it's a fantastic treat. I love it. Some of them are, quite frankly, better than others, but easily one of my favorite games within the Spider-Man universe when it comes to the video games is obviously the Spider-Man 2018 edition, Spider-Man PS4. It had everything that I loved with the character in it, a unique story with all of my favorite characters, obviously Peter Parker, Mary Jane, and even Harry kind of at the end of the video game. But I loved what Insomniac Games did with the character and with the video game. I thought it was very intelligent. I thought it was very well executed. I thought it was pretty much the best interpretation of the character in video game format. Plus, they also had some awesome DLC and some awesome skins as well. And when I played that game, I thought there's not a lot that they have to do. They don't really have to add in a bunch of the boroughs. They don't really have to add in a bunch of new combat with the game. They just kind of nailed it. They nailed it with the game, and I kind of thought to myself, they need probably some more interesting villains and some more interaction with them, but for the most part, they don't really have to change anything with the video game. Fast forward to Spider-Man Miles Morales, and they really haven't changed a whole lot with the game, with the map. Yeah, he's from Brooklyn, but he operates out of Manhattan, and from the jump, from the opening scene, you see he has his own style. He has his own way of doing things. He has his own web swinging. He has his own powers. He has his own combat. He has his own way of doing things. He is a stylized character within the video game. One of my favorite things to watch, not necessarily to play, because I haven't played the game, I'm just watching it. But one of my favorite things to watch are the new animations that they've added into the game specifically for Miles when it comes to his web swinging. You know, this is Miles Morales a year into being Spider-Man. Comparatively to, I think, the 10 plus years that Peter was Spider-Man, and Miles is a lot less controlled. He's a lot less organized in his web swinging. It's a lot more sporadic. It's a lot more loose. It's kind of like he's riding on a roller coaster and hanging on for dear life as he's flinging himself through New York City. He's new at this, and it's represented in his animations, but because he's new at this, it kind of gives him his own flair. You know, it gives him his own style with the web swinging, albeit maybe not as masterful as Peter's is. I read the Ultimate series on him, and then I also saw the awesome movie, Into the Spider-Verse movie, and in those comics and in the movie as well, they kind of represent his powers in a bunch of different ways. One of my favorite additions to him, not only in the comics but in the movie, was the Spider Venom. And I was kind of interested to see how they were going to use it, and it's kind of like his webbing. It's like his base attack, his base movement, his base ability, and how Insomniac uses the webbing. The Spider Venom is in a whole different ways. He can use it as an uppercut, an AoE uppercut. Not just he gets one guy in the air. He gets like 5 or 6, 7 or 8 or 9, 10. He gets a lot of dudes in the air with that AoE uppercut. He can then channel it into a more powerful attack that he can use to go up against guys like the Rhino, right? And then on top of that, he can also use it to fly around the city. Maybe not fly, but kind of dash. He doesn't use it to fly, but he uses it to dash a little bit more. He uses that to dash when he's web swinging throughout the city, and it provides another layer of the web swinging, another layer to the web swinging in an already fantastic web swinging video game. You know, one of my favorite things about Insomniac is that they understand what this character and what these characters, Peter and Miles Morales, who they are as people and what they can and should do as people within these video games. And they've absolutely nailed Miles, and I mean, it's not just the web swinging animations, it's his suit as well, where, you know, it's kind of like in the movie, you know, if you've seen the movie, he's kind of wearing a hoodie and some Jordans when he's into the Spider-Verse, and he kind of represents, you know, he's from Brooklyn and he spray paints and things of that nature, so he changes up his suit and things like this is very on brand when it comes to Miles Morales, that he's wearing, you know, a jacket and a hoodie when he's fighting crime in some sneakers. It's like Peter is more scientific. He builds his suit. Miles is like 15, I think, or 16. He's like, he doesn't have the ability to be Peter Parker, and he's not. He's his own character, and it's awesome to see that once again Insomniac has absolutely nailed this character. Another Spider-Man, completely different, and then on top of that, the set pieces, the fights, especially within the first couple of minutes of the game, and hopefully this kind of transitions to the rest of the game, and it's not just like, hey, you know, let's go around and do a whole bunch of side quest missions, and it's like, hopefully they have more of this stuff in the opening sections of the video game throughout the entirety of the video game, because I, again, haven't played it. I'm just giving you an analysis of Spider-Man PS4, Miles Morales. Technically, it's Spider-Man PS5, Miles Morales. I don't know what the title of the video game is called, but it's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Hopefully, they have more of this stuff within the video game, because it's awesome stuff. It's just so awesome to see Spider-Man, both Peter Parker and Miles Morales go after the Rhino and fight against the Rhino, and they're running in a mall, and then Miles is trying to control the Rhino, and Peter is moving obstacles out of the way as Miles is trying to, you know, gain control of the rampaging Rhino who's running through New York City. It's so on brand for the character. I cannot wait to hopefully get a PS5, because I will only play this game on PS5. I will hopefully get a PS5 within the next couple of weeks, because I heard that apparently Walmart is going to have some on sale. But hopefully I can get a PS5, so that way I can then play this awesome video game, so that way I can be happy, so that way I can fill the gap with Cyberpunk 2077 with an awesome video game and another awesome entry within the Spider-Man Miles Morales series. If you like this video, can you subscribe? I'm only at 70 subscribers. Yes, I'm begging for subscribers. Please subscribe if you like this video. Give it a like. If you liked something about the video, comment for the algorithm. Please comment for the algorithm. It won't show my videos to anyone else if it doesn't have any comments on it. And yeah, I'll see you later. 24. Awesome. Bye-bye.